Okay guys, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to do a quick retro effect in 3 easy steps using your curves adjustment layer. So the first thing I'm going to do is upload a picture. So file open, pick one of my beautiful pictures. Let's see what I can find. And I'm just going to grab, oh, they're just so cute. Okay, I'm just going to grab this picture of my daughter. Okay, so like I said, when you go to adjust any picture, the first thing you're going to do is crop. So before I start anything else, I'm going to crop this, and I'm actually going to crop it 8 by 10. Okay, and then I'm going to think about the rule of thirds, and my subject is placed on one of these lines, so that looks good to me, and I'm going to crop my image. Okay, so what I'm going to do to achieve this effect is using my curves adjustment layer. So I'm going to go over here, up here at the top. Now, most of the time when you sign on to Photoshop, you're going to end up in this essentials. But for this, we're just going to go to photography. It's going to make it a little bit easier. And then we're going to click on this guy right here. This is your add an adjustment. So right now my picture is in the background, just like that. Okay, this is going to add an adjustment layer over the top of my picture that I can remove anytime. So it's not actually doing it to the picture, it's just adding the effect over the top. And for this effect, this retro effect, we're going to work with the curves. So I'm going to click on curves, and I'm going to get this. Okay, so and as you can see, it put it on a layer directly on top of my picture. So I'm going to start with red, and for this retro effect, I'm going to kind of pull from the middle, and I'm going to drag my red upward to give it a more like orangey look. Then I'm going to go to the blue. Now for this, I want my blue to be more negative, so I'm going to pull it down. This is going to make it look more like yellowy green. And then last but not least, I'm going to go to my green, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create an S. So to do that, I'm going to pull a little bit from the top, and then I'm going to pull back from the bottom, and I'm going to get this really kind of intense retro look. Now, that's a lot. That's really orange to me. So some things that I could do to affect that is I could go back and change the various layers. Okay. Or what I can do is I can come down here to my curves layer and just turn the opacity down. Oh, too much. Until I get that kind of warm retro look that I'm going for. Because retro pictures, just the way that they were developed, ended up giving this kind of like warm, orangey, reddish glow, which is what I'm after. So when you are all done with that, you are going to go to File, Save As, and in your drive, you're going to save this as your last name, MacArthur Retro, once as a PSD, and then once again as a JPEG. Now really quick to see the difference. Original versus retro. And that's how you do a retro look in 3 easy steps.